Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinda.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
A positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. And take us along with you. I like that commercial. It has reverb at the end. Anyway, thank you for being tuned in to Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research. My name is Theo Broughton, co-founder of Hood Research, and this is Monday before Thanksgiving. My co-host with me this morning is, I think you're my first co-host, 1997. Was it 1997?
1997.
Yes,
ma'am.
Mark Cummings. And thank you for being with me this morning. I want to say good morning to some of you out there. Good morning to Velma and to Rosa and Ron and to Barbara and to Vera and to Kurt. And let me see, there's so many of you who tune in and participate with us. And we miss having our meetings on the first Saturday of the month, but we are holding a positive thought that we will be able to get back to that, maybe 2021. I hope it's not 2022, but as things are going, seems like it may be getting better. I want to say hey to Jay Henderson way on the east side and Les way on the west side. And I want to say good morning to Shirley and to Bill, Katrina, and Henry and Al and to Rochelle. And who do you want to say a shout out to this morning,
Yes,
Mark?
indeed. I just want to say a shout out to everybody out here showing love, all the new members of Hood Research. They coming in.
Absolutely.
And just want to also have a shout out to Miss Althea Allen. Her son is in that prison up there in St. Louis, Michigan, and she called on the phone call, the national call this
Yes, she
Saturday,
did.
and spoke with Brother Roy McAllister, the city councilman, and telling you folks, you got to get in on that national call on Saturdays. We get a lot of things done, and I know she is speaking to Brother Roy McAllister. He said he's going to look into putting a line item in the city council to discuss what's going on with these COVID cases up here in these prisons.
Right.
And we got to take care of these prisoners.
Yes, because she was sharing that there's over 600 people
600
who have the
and there's only
COVID.
2,100 in the prison, right?
Yeah, and they've got the virus, and there does not seem to be any caring or any effort being put forth to separate those who have the deadly virus from the other inmates who don't.
That's right.
So,
Family. We got to look out for each other, people.
Absolutely. And speaking of the national call, we have a conference call on Saturday. It's an afternoon with Hood Research, starting at 2 p.m. And we have presenters that come on with us. We've had authors and entertainers, comedians, and we want you to come on and share with us as well.
It's always a treat, people.
Now you can Google Hood Research and get the telephone numbers, or if you have pen and paper handy when you tune into this show, you can write down the numbers, and the numbers for Saturday, each Saturday at 2 p.m. are as follows. You dial 1, then 978 area code, and the telephone number is 990-5000. Again, that telephone number is 1-978-990-5000. The access code is 338729. You press the pound key and you'll hear the conversation, and you are welcome to join in.
Yes, indeed.
The access code again is 338729. Press the pound key for conversation. So that's what we do on Saturdays at 2 p.m. And I was glad to have her on with us Saturday to share her concern. And I'm sure there are others. As a matter of fact, I've heard others talk about their concerns as well. So we know that the inmates, once they complete their time, they come back to the community from which they left.
That's right.
So we want to make sure that we try and make whatever connections are necessary to give whatever assistance we can.
Indeed. And I just want to say thank you to Ms. Broughton for doing this show, because it's important that we get the word out about what's going on in our communities. And, you know, media is important, people. I mean, we got to show the respect to people that get out here and want to get the word out about your business, about what's going on with your communities. These are things that we really need. And with the spirit of Thanksgiving, we got quite a broadcast coming up today, Ms. Broughton.
Yeah,
Indeed.
you know, this show is either feast or famine. We're expecting some guests.
Yes,
now, we're not sure how many
indeed.
guests,
Right.
but hey, today's the day for that.
Indeed. So,
And Thursday, being Thanksgiving, you can call in. You can talk about what you plan to do for Thanksgiving. If you are serious about helping to curb and control this pandemic that we have, that's gripping not just this city, but it's gripping the world.
the world.
Whew. So we need to be concerned about it. And what are you going to do? Are you going to prepare food and then have a delivery service to your family members? Or are you going to have a boatload of people in your house, not knowing who may and who may not have the virus?
It's going to be a little
It's
different this
really-
year, for sure, you know. So I know
Absolutely.
me, myself, we just, well, I have to work that day anyway, but I don't even think we're going to cook. I think my wife is just going to pick up, you know, a turkey and leave it at that. Let someone else do the cooking, sit down and relax and watch some football. You know how we do here in Detroit. The Lions.
Oh, the Lions.
Oh, my goodness. People, it's Thanksgiving week.
It
Call
can't-
on in and tell us about what you got planned for your Thanksgiving
Yeah,
2020.
that's right.
2020.
That's right. 868-4336. Dial 868-4336. Tell me what you're going to do. And you know, I think, Mark, part of the problem with encouraging people to cooperate and participate with the mask wearing, I mean, it's such a small thing that people are being asked to do. And they just, well, you trampling on my rights. Well, if you see a sign that says no shirt, no shoes, no service, they'll say one word: no peep, no peep. They either send somebody else in or they go back to the car and get their shoes.
That's right,
before they
that's
go into
right.
the place. But now that they're being asked to wear a mask, it's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do
Everybody's
that.
fighting it.
I
Yeah.
want to catch the virus. I want to die, you know? I want to have no smell, no taste. I want to have headaches. I want to choke to death.
No.
I want to suffocate.
No.
And that's what they seem to be saying.
I know, but we don't want that, people. We don't. And I've been blessed not to have anybody close to me get sick. And but I'm hearing about a lot of people who've lost loved ones, you know, not just getting sick, but lost loved ones.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine whose father worked at the plant and just retired 2 years ago. And 4 of his buddies passed away.
Ooh.
And I mean, you know, you get up there in age around 60, 65, you ain't no spring chicken anymore. You know, you get sick and it can get you. So people, let's look out for one another. Let's not be selfish and just think about ourselves. We all connected in this thing, and that's what it's all about.
But
connection.
it's not just the ones who are retired and are 60. A good friend of mine, attorney Isaac Robinson.
Right.
He was one of the ones early on. He was only 44 years old.
You're right.
44 years old.
And heck,
he died from it.
And
he suffocated.
There's this pandemic. Everyone's getting sick. You can't hide from it. Your money not gonna save you. You got all these people that ran for office. They got COVID. The president had the COVID and claimed he's okay.
His oldest son has it now. I don't know the age of his oldest son, but he may be around 50. I have a friend right now who is staying away because she's in quarantine, but she has children and she does not want the children to catch it. And I talked to her yesterday. She seemed to be doing a bit better than the day before. I had another friend to take her some zinc because it's been recommended that zinc along with vitamin C helps. And she did sound last evening when I spoke to her. But it's I don't know, it's just being ignored too easily, just too easily.
We're going to have to get a doctor on here one of these weeks for the holidays. Talk about that. Usually the zinc and vitamin C, and I heard vitamin D as well. And that would be a good one. Get a doctor down on the show, Miss Broughton.
Yeah.
So people can call in and discuss it with them, because everybody act like they're not certain what's going on with it. That's why they like, I don't know if I can get it, I'll be okay, and all of this stuff.
But that's because, in my opinion, that they're not hearing about the effects when you have it. You hear about, okay, somebody's got it, and then you hear they either died or they may be getting better. That's all you hear.
That's all you hear.
But you don't hear about what they're going through. You don't hear about somebody who's been on a ventilator, and they say only 2% of the people survive being on a ventilator. That doesn't sound progressive, successful at all. And there's a young man, he's a professor at Boston University. He was, he has a virus. He was put on a ventilator. And since he did survive it, but his voice is not the same. The thing has impacted his throat and his vocal cords. So it may take months for that to change. It's just so much that people have to go through, and that's not a picnic being on a ventilator.
No, not at all, not at all. And I think the biggest thing to me is we live in a society that's constantly moving. And capitalism, this is, you got to keep moving, you got to work, you got to buy, you got to work, you got to buy. And this whole pandemic is throwing all of that off. And people always talk about, I want to be a socialist, but you need systems in place.
Well, I don't know what they're talking about when they're saying they don't like socialism, and that's why I'm not going to vote for this, or I'm not going to vote for that. Well, what the hell do you think Social Security is about?
Exactly.
Medicaid. What do you think that's about? Oh boy,
and I always say it's social programs, because you need the social programs to buttress the capitalism, because everybody not going to be in a position, even like now. Medical costs even a millionaire could get wiped out with medical costs.
The way they charge, right. You're absolutely right about that.
So it's like, hey, we need some kind of medicine where everything is taken care of, because so many people are sick that are still covered, even with all of the system, Affordable Care Act and all the rest of this stuff. But we still need some kind of system that covers everyone, no matter what.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, let me stop. Did I say good morning to Velma and to Michael and to Sylvia? Good morning.
Good morning. Shoot, it's early. We've been up early. We've been moving on these other Mondays, boy.
Yes.
get on up, get on the phone, just call in, say good
Absolutely.
morning, and holler at us.
Yeah, let us know you can hear us out there.
That's right. That's right. 'Cause
But anyway, on the news I had on this morning about 4:30, it was announced that the canvas is going to be on 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock this afternoon. So you'll be able to know if the votes were certified or if somebody came and tried to blow up the building. That's at 1 o'clock today. And this is for the state
Okay.
canvassers.
So
okay,
they're
for
going to have
the
to make a
state
decision. And it's going to be binding this time. Because I know the president then called all these canvassers to Washington and the Republican canvassers. So
trying to put a wrinkle in it, and
have
somebody,
mercy.
Lord John James, he was out there saying, "Well, we wanted to be postponed. Just wait a couple of weeks." Well, why is he even in it? He lost. Okay, and he's the one who said he supports Donald Trump 2,000%. Nobody asked him to say that. But I'm glad he did, because that lets you know where he is, who he supports. And if not 100%, 2,000%.
ooh, that's a lot of percent.
That means that he's ready to drink the Kool-Aid if he has to. No. We don't need that kind of aggravation. No. And
That's blind allegiance right there.
oh yes. I don't even know how he could just think that he would want to agree to something like that.
Donald Trump, he got a way of making these folks feel special, because they showed where they had put like an avatar picture of all the people on the front of his hotel in Washington from Michigan that was, came down to meet with him, and then he
What?
posted up there that they all against voter fraud and they working for the American people. They had a picture of the guy, I don't remember his name,
Oh,
the Republican canvasser, the guy. And then the other one, what's the Speaker of the House name here in Michigan? What's that guy's name? The young guy. He was on there. They had his picture up there. And, Lord have mercy.
Shirky.
Yeah, him.
Shirky.
Right. I think his name's Shirky. And
Yeah,
so, people like getting a little 15 minutes of fame. They get to go to the White House and hanging out with Donald Trump. So they celebrities now,
Oh goodness.
Celebrity politicians.
Non-thinking celebrity politicians,
my
I tell you. But going to the White House, you're taking your life in your hands.
Right now. Yeah.
Absolutely. There. How many people did they say so far have gotten the virus by visiting the White House, working in the White House,
And I mean,
being related to the president in the White
it's like
House?
a third of the Secret Service is in
please.
quarantine.
Oh, and I'm not convinced that Donald Trump ever had the virus.
Yeah, well, somebody got it up there for
Oh, a
sure.
number of them. Oh, yeah.
He
And
might
now,
have it, but he,
and his oldest son now, this has it.
see, the youngest son had it, his oldest son got it. Lord have mercy, I'm telling you. Wife had it. I mean,
Now
come
what-
on now. I mean, come on now.
They didn't show her, but he it's being reported that he has changed his residence to Florida.
Oh, he went on down to Mar-a-Lago there.
Yeah, he's
Hang out at the golf course.
but perhaps he changed his residence because and is trying to remain in office because he is suspicious that they're going to prosecute him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's trying to think of everything he can to avoid prosecution in New York.
Oh, no
But
doubt,
I
no doubt.
don't think he's going to be able to do that. There's such a thing as extradition. So if he goes to Florida, they can go and get him,
Trying to
bring
say,
him
you
back
know,
to
they
New
say
York.
He might just resign and have his guy, Mike Pence, pardon him so he can go hide out and be good to go.
Oh Lord. Well, he perhaps could receive a pardon, but the pardons from the White House are regarding federal issues.
Oh, okay.
See, and I'm told that that he has some state
He got some
issues.
state issues.
So
He can't run from those.
and they have a Democratic governor in the state of New York too. So I don't see him getting pardoned by the governor of New York. And he owes, what is it, $400 million to the Deutsche Bank.
Lord.
I don't see him being able to be pardoned from that. And there's just a number of other things that he has actually committed crimes. He's actually committed.
This guy, 73 million people, Miss Brody. Thought that this guy deserved another shot.
Why do you think 73 million people voted for Donald Trump?
You know what? That is a good question. But, let's just be honest about it. We live in this society where everybody's fighting for their little piece of the pie.
Okay.
And we understand that
Okay.
this society is mainly a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant society.
Okay.
And they hanging on. I mean, they didn't heard all of the information about it. Might be a brown and black majority society by 2053 and all of these numbers. And they're a little nervous. We understand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we battling against, this idea that somehow you got to hold on to your spot. And we know that they rammed through that Supreme Court justice, and they done locked up the Supreme Court for the next 40 years with, conservatives, deep-seated conservatives.
And they're trying to get Clarence Thomas to resign so they could put another one on about 15 years old so they could be there for 50 years.
Lord, so they battling and not understanding. This is why I think it's important that black folks get the message out that, look, we just tired. We tired. We did build this country. We done been through so much. We've been treated just so awfully. Good Lord. Stolen land and stolen intellectual property. And my goodness, let's just be honest. What haven't we done? Heart transplants, blood plasma. Just in medicine alone.
And the black man was responsible for that discovery.
Incredible. And I got a calendar, people at home. It's called Afromations. A brother here in Detroit, I think. I met him about 20 years ago. He put the calendar together. I bought it from 365 days of black intellectual greatness. So there's inventions and everything. Every day's got somebody in there.
Oh, we have
that's
to
got
have.
something
Oh,
good.
yeah, we have to do that.
So people, we know we've done a lot of great things, and all we want is be a part of this whole system. We know we out here struggling. It ain't easy, and Detroit alone is the epicenter for struggle.
And and you just wonder, what would they do without the traffic light?
Hey,
A black man's invention.
That's right. That's
and
right.
patented.
That's
There are
right.
over 1,000 inventions by black people that have been patented with the United States government. And that's something.
Amazing.
And there are probably that many more that have been stolen
There
from
are.
blacks that weren't patented.
For
yeah.
sure. And let's just be honest. Henrietta Lacks salespeople.
Oh,
the cells in her
yes.
body. They said that alone is worth about $3 trillion worldwide for all the people, the stem cell research they've done. And so many people have been helped because of one black woman's cells.
Henrietta Lacks. That's right.
Incredible. And
Exactly.
the family still struggling.
Yeah, they did not get any kind of recognition. No, nothing goes to you. What?
My goodness. And
So,
Oprah did make a movie about it, but I don't think she gave him too much.
I don't remember hearing about the movie. Did she give
made
him
a movie.
anything?
I don't think she gave him that much, but she did do a movie about it. And but yes, people, I just want to know. That's what we got to be thankful for. We are a great people.
And was it Glenn who said the astronaut?
Yes.
He said, "I'm not budging unless you get that color girl."
Yes.
Hidden
Indeed.
Figures,
Hidden
Remember
Figures.
Johnson?
Yes, indeed.
And I think she just passed what?
Yep.
Was it
This year.
Earlier this year.
Indeed.
All of the accomplishments of our people, we have so much to be proud of.
Yes,
And there is this thought: when the election was over, and Joe Biden was announced the winner, and now he is known as President-elect. There was this announcement by the syndicated media that, guess what? It was the black community that got Joe Biden over the finish line. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Why did they say that? We're talking now Fox 2, CNN, MSNBC, Channel 4. The syndicated media actually gave the black community credit. Boy, the good old boys were ticked off.
Yeah. And they still are.
Someone told me a couple of days ago that, you know what else? I said, what? White women are ticked off and probably voted for Donald Trump. But they're angry because there is a black woman who is vice president elect.
Indeed.
And there's not been a woman president.
Or vice president.
Or vice president, right.
Ever.
right, until November the 3rd.
There it is.
So they're like, the nerve of a black woman, vice president, all of this grumbling. So that may have something to do with it because, see, Joe Biden was campaigning with her. So they already knew that if he won, it was going to be a black woman. Before us, the nerve to have a black woman as a vice president.
And she check off a couple of boxes. You know, she got the black, Jamaican, Asian. So she covered a nice little broad swath. You know.
She included everybody, right?
So she covered now. She got a white Jewish husband. So, I mean, that's a lot of boxes.
So she's a patch quilt. That's what you're telling me. Okay.
How can you be mad at that?
It wasn't one of our white women. And Hillary Clinton didn't win. So we didn't have a white woman. We had one to run, but she didn't win. Well, we had a black woman who ran too. She didn't win either. That was Shirley Chisholm.
Indeed.
So, you know.
And I remember in school, I mean, when you had Lenora Fulani run on the Green Party ticket, this was like 88, I believe, when Jesse ran. So,
oh, okay.
I mean, we done had some sisters out there that put themselves out there for president. And, you know, they want to get the word out. And the whole thing in a nutshell, because I'm a believer that for black people, we can't really afford to have this unity. And every time I talk about it, somebody says, oh, we can't get together, we can't unite. Yes, we can. Okay. Yes, we can. I believe it. Yes, we can.
I
Sisters,
think so,
brothers, elderly, young
Yes.
folks, folks with a little money, folks with no money.
That's
We all in this together. Because you know the black experience, I don't care what you are, who you are. We know we got a lot of work to do, and they going to have to respect the fact that we get it done. And that's why I like the feedback show. I love Hill Research. I love Miss Theo Bruni because she get down here and give you all the information every Monday.
That's right.
He said we kept coming up against that 9:30 break there, Miss
Oh,
Bruni.
okay. Well, 9:30. Well, that happened fast, didn't it?
Yeah,
The time just flies. And I just want you to know that you can call us, call someone else, share whatever information you have, and make sure that you have pen and paper handy because when I come back, I'm going to give you the phone number and the access code for an afternoon with Hood Research. It's every Saturday.
Okay, that's...
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
This is Theo Broden from Feedback. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit Ombudsman.
How you see the world is everything.
Oh my God, girl, you take all day.
The people you trust
Stay safe. Go.
Your community.
You rolling with the pain today.
I'm gonna show you how it's done, Pain. In the best and the worst times.
Walk away from me.
Ma'am, stop!
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
I see myself
Gracias.
in the people I serve.
Hi.
Officer Luna, Officer Luna.
Sweet. Girl, you know you can do my job, right?
107.3 FM, WVIE.
How would you like for this to be you? Well, it could be. If you have the desire to be an independent radio personality, paying yourself, this is your chance. WVIE 107.3 FM and WHPR 88.1 FM are looking for people with outgoing personalities who can attract sponsors. Launch your career on a radio station with the latest technology in broadcasting. WVIE 107.3 and WHPR 88.1. If you're into talk, R&B, oldies, jazz, gospel, or soca, Radio We Can See is where you need to be.
88.1 FM, WHPR.
Have your own radio show. Block time is available. Call 313-868-6612. Radio We Can See, broadcasting live in the Virgin Islands and Detroit. Find us on Comcast Channel 90 and worldwide on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, and all of your favorite platforms.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. And we are back. I'm so glad that you decided to stay with us this morning. It is Monday, the Monday before Thanksgiving. And I've just received a shirt, and the shirt says, "No time for hate."
Yes, indeed. We got Brother Craig
There
Rush.
was a lot of hate going on during this election that we had. And at 1 o'clock today, we're expecting the vote to be approved. So make sure that you tuned in to hear about that, and that the building doesn't get blown up or something stupid that Donald Trump's folks want. He wants to stay in office to avoid prosecution. And don't tell me you don't know about the things that he's done. Anyway, right now we have a guest with us, and my co-host is going to introduce him to you.
Yes, indeed. I'm just ecstatic. People, as always, a good friend of mine, just brother here, Brother Craig E. Rush, author, good brother, father, just making great moves. It's Thanksgiving, folks. This is a time for family, and this man has written a book about his family and coming up and down in Georgia. And just give me a sense of what's no time to hate about. We got Brother Craig E. Rush. Talk to my people.
Yes, good morning,
Yeah,
everybody.
good morning.
No Time to Hate. It has a couple subjects, topics, subtopics. The main thing is about heritage.
Yes.
It's about our lineage, how important it is, how we take for granted the strength in knowing our heritage. Because it's hard to move forward in life without a past.
That's right.
Because you have a great probability of repeating the same mistakes that our ancestors had to go through and what they did. So, and it's so important because all of America's history is dated back to slavery. And how can you move ahead? How can you go along and move ahead once again if everybody's mentality is that I was just a slave?
Now, I know it's quite a story about the relative you had that owned the haberdashery.
Yes, yes.
Talk to him because, you know, he passed for white, but he made things happen down there.
Right.
And I know that had a lot to do with the family and the whole light skin, dark skin thing. And most of our families go through that.
Oh, yeah. And that's,
So let's talk about the main person out of this
right.
story.
Okay, it's about Lexius Henson Sr. He was my second great grandfather, and as it was passed down to me, white man by day, black man by night. And we still have a whole lot of people doing that. There are a lot of people in power that we don't even know their ancestry, you know, which is kind of sad. And the book touches on that as well. But he was a restaurateur and philanthropist and entrepreneur. He had a restaurant. He bought the old Augusta Chronicle newspaper building, 5 stories.
Wow. And now what year was this so the people get an idea?
This was in 1860. He was born in 1830.
Wow.
So imagine one of us with that kind of money, first of all, and prestige and insight, foresight, you know.
He was 30 years old when he was doing this.
Yes, he was. And he had started earlier. But that's when he bought the Augusta Chronicle. And the significance of it is his clientele consisted of the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, General Sherman, General Lee, all of the prominent, the richest, wealthiest people of that era came and enjoyed his cuisine, his exotic cuisine. Because they were down there by the river, so they had the ocean food and Savannah River and everything. And not only that, he had the finest wines, whiskeys, and cognacs. So you know how folks get when they had a little bit of cognac.
And they thought he was white.
And they thought he was white.
Isn't that something? How can you be racist if you don't know a black man when you see one?
Right, exactly.
Dumb.
You know,
I like that, Mr. Bro. If you don't know, what you racist for?
Exactly. And so, you know, under the influence of his delicacies and his cognac, a lot of secrets were told. And within those secrets were our future. Which goes into what we're dealing with now, systemic racism. And so he overheard all of that. And then by the time that they figured out really his nationality, it was too late because they had already partaken of all of his.
They had already gave the secrets away.
Everything.
Right. Confided in him and everything.
Yes. And his whole motivation was he was like the modern day Wall Street broker to them. You know, our barkeeper. He's the psychologist, psychiatrist. So they confided everything.
Now, how did they find out?
Well, it's not really ever. Well, it's documented by the Freedom Acts and by the census or whatever that they took in those days that they considered him. It's actually showing him as a Negro, but then on some documentation it shows mulatto.
Okay.
You know, this day and age, politically correct, biracial.
People don't, exactly.
You're right. Yeah, so it was, his business acronym was just so intense, they didn't care because he was making them money. He was actually sharing his ideas into the future about investing into steels and import, export, and things. So so they loved him. At a certain point, they didn't care what color he was because he was making them money, and the food was good.
So that seafood, and we know Savannah people, that's a spot you go to for, you know, fine dining and things. And, you know, from the South, the Southern cuisine.
Yes. They said his food was so good, the infamous General Sherman, the March to the Ocean, they said he went around Augusta, Georgia, so we could come back and celebrate at my grandfather's place. That's how good his food was.
Folks, we making history up in here today, baby. I'm telling you, feedback.
Yes.
I love this show right here.
Oh, my goodness. And he was so influential, Mark. He also mentored John Hope, which was a mulatto as well. And John Hope was the first black president of Morehouse, Smith, and Brown College. Wow. So it gets deep. It gets very deep because we're talking about Reconstruction period. And John Hope actually was the founder, a lot of people don't know this, of the Urban League. He and his wife that was from Chicago. Okay. And so his father passed at an early age, And my grandfather took him under his wings and taught him the business and everything. See, but John Hope, he surely could pass for 100% European, but he chose not to. He took the other route, and earlier you were talking about light skin,
Right.
black skin, you know, because what happened is we had a total migration after slavery, where the ones that could pass went to California and to New York,
Okay.
and they lived as Europeans until that little curly head baby came out. Then they had to do another quick migration.
Oh, boy.
You know, so, and that happened. Like I say, a lot of our famous people that we know to date, you know, fall under that category. So John Hope, like I say, he went on to that Keep Hope Alive. See, a lot of people think that comes from, you know, Jesse
Okay,
or whatever.
okay.
See, but it goes even deeper.
Wow. Now, I was there when you was first thinking about doing this book.
Yes,
We
yes.
talked, and I had given you a book about one of my ancestors.
That's right.
Alphaeus Hunting.
Uh-huh.
And the time it took to research all of this, because I know a lot of us want to do, but getting into this ancestry thing now.
Right.
So the time you put in learning all of this, how did you go about this, and what was the process?
How it was initiated, my second oldest brother passed, and at the repast, we had a photo of Lexius Henson
There he is, people.
on my mother's coffee table. Everybody know Mama's coffee table with all the pictures on it. That's what we do. That's what our culture
Yes,
does that I
indeed.
know of. So anyway, we looked on the back. Of course, we knew his name. We thought it was my mother's grandfather or whatever. But come to find out, my older sister Googled it and popped up richest Negro in the South, Posts and South War. Oh, really?
Where's the cash?
Right, where my daddy's records? Remember Sanford's? Where my daddy records? So we did. So I took it from there, and it was just it just that picture had always reached out to me because I'm that one and that historian in the family that sits around the older generation and seeks the knowledge and the history of our ancestry. So once that began, and my mother, the significance of this as well is my mother knew none of her family on her side because of her mixed background.
Wow.
So every holiday you could just see it in her. You know, because I'm one of 8 kids, and now I understand why she had so many to keep her legacy going and whatnot, you know. But it just, you could see the despair in her without a heritage. Back again, what I was saying, how important the heritage and lineage is, because it leaves a black hole in your soul without that. And you don't know, there's things like, you know, I have a yen to be an artist, to be a carpenter and this and that. Nobody in my family does this. Where is this coming from? That's in you. Check your tree. You can go back and you'll find out where it came from. So I went on began the research on a mission to give her that peace. My mother's 94 years old. She's still alive in Cleveland, Ohio. And so that was an inspiration to continue that and to give her a peace and to feel that hole in her soul. And then in the course of doing this, I met our whole side of her family that mainly were out in California, as I stated. And now my mother's the oldest one living, and she got to meet her first cousin that passed 2 years ago. And then in the interim, I met my cousin Crystal that is working on her PhD in genealogy and research. And so she took it by the helm as well and just gave me great information. And then I just peeled back every possible layer I could in researching all of the history. And so now we're all in touch and everything, and it's a beautiful thing. And we need to do that. We all need to find out what's going on. Like my mother, for instance, it was 40 years since she hadn't seen or talked or heard from her sister.
Okay.
And she says, don't say this or it's not a result of, but it is. They were separated when they were younger. And my mother's father was white and her mother was a mulatto as well. And then on her sister's side, her father was black, African American. And so they parted. And then they finally met 40 years later, you know, because it's dissension again.
Right.
You know, so, but yeah, it was intense research, and I continue to research because I'm finding more and more.
Right.
Because my great uncle that was in this, that's in the book, he was essential in the partaking in the Reconstruction era. His name was P.R. Pryor. And yes, and so he was very formidable in the civil rights Reconstruction movement and made a difference. He was in Augusta, Georgia as well.
Wow.
Yes.
So do you still have family in Georgia?
No, there's just people that my mother grew up with that she recalls. She calls them family, of course, because it's the only family she knows. But as far as blood, no, they're all out in California and Illinois area.
I was asking because of the election that's going to take place January the 5th. Had there been any, contact with any of those people to talk about it?
No, it hasn't been. But my mother was so politically entailed. Some more history. She was essential in Carl Stokes, the first black mayor of a major metropolitan. She was managed, campaign. And
managed his campaign?
Yes,
that was Cleveland, right?
Yes, in
Stokes.
Cleveland, Ohio. Louis Stokes. She managed all his offices and his itineraries and whatnot. As a matter of fact, I was on the stage when Carl Stokes accepted his mayoralship. Yes, I was, and that's so. Yes,
Yeah, his son is here on Channel 7.
Yes, he is. Yes, I've met him a couple times. Chuck, yes, and Carl was also my family's attorney, and so we have long history. But people still call her. She's 94 years old. Who do I vote for? That you had mentioned about the Georgia thing, because and that goes back to the roots of her great uncle that was so politically involved. You know what I'm saying? All these things come out of you, and you wonder, where is this? From?
Ms. Broughton and Mr. Rush, I think the beauty of this is we talk about slavery so much.
Yes.
But it's hard to connect to people that we know that were in slavery, were enslaved. So a lot of times we like, I can trace my history back to after they've been freed.
Right.
So, I think it's important when you go way back to 1830 and stuff like that. Now you seeing these are people that were there when all of this was still going on.
Yes.
And not just children when it happened.
Oh yeah.
And then you get more of a connection and you understand why you tired of racism and all this foolishness, what your people been through and what they're owed out here, because they laid a foundation for this country.
Yes, and that's why it pains me to hear some of the younger folks, you showed up, and I'm so proud of you because the rumors were that you weren't going to do what you had to do to make this change, and you did it in Wayne County. Incredible. Awesome. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Well, when it was announced
that
the black community was responsible for Joe Biden being brought over the finish line.
Oh my.
That's
my.
You got the pushback, the lashback, that every other back you can think of.
Folks, I know y'all out there watching. Get in on the call if you want to call in and just ask Brother Rush some questions. It's Thanksgiving. It's about family. And what I'm going to be honest with you, my family we have on my father's side, the Cummings side, we got family all over. I would go to family. Every year we would have a family reunion. And since he passed away and some of the elder statesmen, we haven't had family reunion like the last 4 years as frequent.
Right.
We'll have one in 2022 we're supposed to have. So it's like we cutting up the years a little bit. And I think that's what's missing.
Yes.
You know, because that's when you meet family. Because I ended up relating to people I went to school with. I didn't even know that. These were people I didn't even like. I'm like, I don't even like this guy.
Cousins.
Right.
I almost got in a fight in high school with my cousin because I stepped on his toe, and then later on find out that's my family. That's why it's so important. You got to know. You know, you may the marriage. You know, like I say, cousins stealing from family. You know, aunties, uncles, all of that.
On my mother's side of the family, I'm related to Bobby Seale.
Okay.
Mel Farr.
Yes.
I mean, I'm related to a lot of different people on my mother's side. On my father's side of the family, oh my God, that was the Alphaeus hunting. And matter of fact, Dr. Gregory Carr, who heads up the African American Studies program at Howard University, had mentioned my uncle and the fact that he was a real powerhouse in the Pan-African movement.
Okay.
And you know, once you get all this, it empowers you.
It does.
You know, it makes you feel great, Miss Brody.
It does.
So many great people.
That's what I was saying. Because if your history is only dated back to slavery, you know, that's the mentality that the European has towards you immediately. You know, that's a big picture. Slavery. You know, and it's done for a reason. You know, to suppress us.
Right. And they broke up families for that
mentally.
Reason. So we can't keep up with who we connected to and all of this.
Right.
Exactly.
But that's why you think.
Yes.
And they don't talk about Reconstruction or in any of the other.
None of that. And that people were successful. This man was my great grandfather. He was rich. He was loaded. He was successful. He was world renowned. You know, everybody respected him. And see, we need stories like that. And I'm sure, like Mark was just sharing with me, the positive ancestors, you know, we need that. We have to reinforce that. And we have to go back to, again, it takes a village to raise a child. That's what we're missing. That's where we're lacking. See, and and it's no conspiracy theory. It's a fact. They purposely divided our communities so that they could do that and take control and financially and mentally suppress us as a whole. And see, in the book not only talks about African American, this book is for all races because my grandfather's, his goal was to make people understand there's only one race. And it's the human race. And so I call the CDC, I define it as confuse, divide, and conquer. It's okay. That's the CDC that we have right now. And that's what's going on. So they want, and people don't understand, Europeans were slaves as well. They had different terms for them, from the white indigenous service, but they could buy their freedom. Whereas we birthed generations of slavery. You did not have that option. But if we understood that, if both races and all races understood that we're being pitted against each other, they're just a pawn. They're even more so worse because they don't know it. So naivety is you know.
I'll get this shirt to Ms. Broughton and yourself. All right. Folks, are you tired of racism?
Yes,
These are the shirts. I want people, if the first caller gonna get one of these, I'm gonna pass this over to Brother Craig Rush. That's for you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
We got one for Miss Broughton in the show. And I'm telling you folks, I'm tired of racism. I know that much. And we can make this a better place. And if this new administration really start focusing, we need an urban agenda now. We ain't had one since Clinton came up with the empowerment zone piece. That's been 20 years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So it's time for us to realize that, hey, we not here just, you know, just to be people to be crapped on. Exactly. We didn't build this country.
That's right.
We have.
But see, they don't know that we built this country. Even many of our own people don't know that we built this country. And then what do you mean when you say we built this country?
Huh. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is we didn't put our time and labor in and set up all of the stock market.
We originated that.
Exactly.
Yeah, chattel. That's what
college came out in black bodies.
Yes, we were the first commodity, slaves.
On the stock market.
That's on the stock market. A lot of people don't know that. They say we were the first commodity, was a slave. So it was built on it financially, physically, mentally.
Then our inventions, come on.
Over 1,000 modern day inventions. We did that.
And they're registered with the federal government. And there are thousands more that were stolen from
Yes,
our people that we didn't get a
yes.
chance to register.
And
there's only
incredible.
that.
And we need to
So-
know that.
Right, and they need to know it as
Yes.
well. Because let me tell you this. There is a term for white people that white people invented. We did not do this.
Okay.
Their poor, downtrodden white folks are called po white trash.
Trash.
Yeah, you're right.
Or
Yes.
trailer park trash. Now, we didn't assign that name to them.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, what they did was they dressed up their po white trash and they po trailer park trash. And what did they call them? The actors on Green Acres. You remember Green Acres?
Oh,
don't you?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or the Beverly Hillbillies.
You're right.
Yes, well, that's what they
Say
were.
it.
And actually,
And
they
they
brought
got
that over from
presented.
Britain. The white
And they
trash
got,
people.
and they got presented so nicely. They dressed them up so that they would be accepted.
Yes, they did.
In the meantime, in our neighborhoods, well, what did they do? Well, let's see. We'll take the news, and each time the news comes on, what do they show? Well, that one over there robbed a store.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring the people around. Talk about it. What do you know about this? And the person in front of the camera, like, oh, goodness, greasy face, rag wrapped around the head, tooth missing,
Oh.
you know, shabbily
Yes.
dressed. That's how the poor, downtrodden are presented from the black neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So there is a difference.
Indeed.
So that their poor are acceptable.
Yes.
Remember, they were on Green Acres after all.
Right. Right.
And the Beverly Hillbillies, so they're acceptable. Whereas our people are always presented in the most dingy atmosphere. The poor only commit crimes, according to the way our people are presented
Our lowest
on
common
TV.
denominator,
Yes.
as they call it.
That's
Yes, on the radio, in the movies. And then to make it even worse, some blonde-haired, blue-eyed person told a little boy over there, what are you selling out the trunk of your car? I'm selling CDs. Really?
it.
You're doing pretty good, huh? Oh, yeah, you know, they like my music, yeah. Well, I tell you what, I will finance it. You can make 10 times as much as you got now. Really? Yeah. I got a nice studio. You don't have to be in the basement. You don't have to, put egg cartons on the wall to absorb the noise so, it sounds smooth. Come on over to my studio. Oh, so they did. But one thing now, wait. If I'm going to finance you, you got to come up with some nasty, degrading ways of putting your music together. So our young folks, this is decade after decade, they went from positive rap
Right.
to this gut bucket kind of stuff.
Right.
Then somewhere down the line, to add insult to injury, when these rap songs have every cuss word you can think of, like every other sentence is full of them, that went on the market. Okay, so little blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy, well, what can we do to enhance it? I know. They came up with this idea of the sagging pants.
We coming up
Then the
against it.
sagging pants and the nasty underwear.
All right.
Go figure. And the young ladies with their see-through this and that. Well, we have to take a pause for a station identification. Stay tuned, and we will be back momentarily.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Thavidian Pinda from the Feedback Program. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
FM 88.1 WHPR, Highland Park.
WVIE 107.3 FM Charlotte, Amalia, Virgin Islands.
This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit ombudsman. I am here to address all of your complaints and concerns. If you need assistance regarding city services, please contact my office at 313-224-6000 or contact us via email at ombudsman@detroitmi.gov. This is Bruce Simpson, your City of Detroit ombudsman.
How you see the world is everything.
Oh my God, girl, you take all day.
Oh, hi.
How you doing, little man?
The people you trust,
Stay safe. Go.
your community,
You rolling with the pain today.
I'm gonna show you how it's done, Payne.
in the best and the worst times.
Walk away from me.
Ma'am, stop! Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
I see myself
Gracias.
in the people I serve.
Hi.
Officer Luna, Officer Luna.
Sweet. Girl, you know you can do my job, right?
107.3 FM WVIE.
How would you like for this to be you? Well, it could be. If you have the desire to be an independent radio personality, paying yourself, this is your chance. WVIE 107.3 FM and WHPR 88.1 FM are looking for people with outgoing personalities who can attract sponsors. Launch your career on a radio station with the latest technology in broadcasting. WVIE 107.3 and WHPR 88.1. If you're into talk, R&B, oldies, jazz, gospel, or soca, Radio We Can See is where you need to be.
88.1 FM WHPR.
Have your own radio show. Block time is available. Call 313-868-6612. Radio We Can See, broadcasting live in the Virgin Islands and Detroit. Find us on Comcast Channel 90 and worldwide on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, and all of your favorite platforms.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am the BD Impinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. Now, we are back. And this morning, I have with me my co-host all the way back from 1997, Mark Cummings. And we have a guest with us, Craig Rush. Craig, we want to talk about how did you, I guess if you use the word fight back on racism. But first, tell us, who is Craig Rush?
Oh, that's a question a lot of people continue to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So many different crafts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the old thing they say, master of none, but fortunately, blessings upon me, I mastered all that I have partaken into. I'm coached 3 sports for like over 30 years with our youth: baseball, football, basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a deacon, ordained deacon as well.
Okay. Now, what church is that?
United Open Door of Hope in Southfield, Michigan, with Pastor Jeffrey Knight and Reverend Rob Williams.
All right. Shout out to them.
And yes, that's Southfield address. Yeah, Lathrop Village is the actual address. I'm a father of 6, actually three step and 3
biological.
Biological. As a matter of fact, one of them owns Tax Solutions, has about 13 different stores.
Oh, yes. You're going to have to holler at him at some point.
Yes, Mark Carter. I'll give him a plug right here. And another daughter, Thais, that's a cardiologist, nurse, and another one in the medical profession. And then my daughter just graduated from Michigan State last year. I have a son that's super athlete on his way, long as he keeps his head straight, to pro football and could have played pro baseball. And then my youngest daughter, 12th grade 4.0, she just showed me last night, as a matter of fact. And both of the young ones, Craig Michael and Diamond, attended Cass Tech University. I call it University High School technicians.
You know them technicians. They love that fact. Universities.
You're right. So I've been activist all my life. I was one of the founding members of the Young Democratic Society in Ohio, where I'm from. So, like I said, I've been politically active. I really had no choice. We were those kids that had to walk around a certain way, even though we may not wanted to, because of my parents held political office as well in Cleveland, Ohio.
So you just couldn't clown if you wanted to.
I couldn't clown.
Right.
If I did, it was like tuck your head and run and say it wasn't me. Oh, and I played semi-pro baseball in the Dodgers farm system, so I was athletic as well. And that's just me. I'm one of those giving, sentimental individuals that's not afraid to tear up, on subjects, and I'm bad enough to admit it. I'm that guy. I'm that guy that cares. I'm that guy that will go jump in and stop something using sense and reason, of course, and then my kids, don't do it, Daddy, don't do it. I'm that guy. It's like, no, I cannot stand by. Even if it costs me. I mean, I'm not going to do something uncalculated to risk my family or myself, but I'm still that guy that is going to step in and say something. I have to say something. I have to do something. That's the guy I am. That's it. That's Craig Rush right there.
The legacy. That's what it's about, baby.
Wow. Reverend Otis Moss sound familiar to you?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we were talking about racism, and you were saying within the book you talk about working against it. Fighting against it. Tell us about that part of the book.
And in that part of the book, I have a chapter in there called Polygenism. And what that is the Queen allocated funds to 3 doctors, 2 French and 1 German, to do a study on conquering lesser societies, races, us. African people, more or less, because they were Catholic. Not Catholic. They were Christians. So here's all these Christians annihilating races and treating them like savage and all of that. So they had to justify it with a study, and it's a term you will never ever hear. Like in this book, I've maybe 2 people I've ever heard even mention the term polygenism. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, first, we need to know where it came from. Again, the systemic racism that some of America is in denial of. First we have to understand and realize it does exist. There's no paranoia. No. It's real. As I spoke earlier in the show, it happened right in front of my grandfather that was passed on to me. And first of all, as African Americans, we need to start in our homes. Well, again, village to raise a child, not just the child, the society. And so we have to become aware, you calling each other that N-word all the time. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that, the way that we are portrayed has to change, and that has to come within.
And it's funny you would say the polygenism, because I'm sure that's the precursor to eugenics.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, it was the white people that eugenicists were concerned about. The lower species of the white people.
Exactly.
They were taking up people, they were sterilizing them, and they were like, look, you really not like the top end white folks.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's what led to what was going on in Germany.
Right. And here,
racism is the precursor to all this.
It is. And it's chapter 31. It says, "This is my grandfather talking. I am engulfed into a book about polygenism, a term that is a definition that is only privileged to a few. One of my patrons left it behind. I am certain now that they leave these materials behind to give me enlightenment on what the powerful minds are planning. Polygenism is the study of race, racism, and species, and the characteristics of the human race and species. This study justified conquering people of a lesser race, or I should say slaughtering the race for the betterment of the Europeans' way of life." Once again, see, that's deep.
And slaughtering.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
what Native Americans they didn't slaughter, they pushed them out onto some land that they thought was not going to be profitable. Then they discovered that they had oil underground. Like, wait a minute, we got to push you all somewhere else.
And we have to keep it moving once again. Ourselves, we have to strengthen ourselves. Learn your heritage, learn your lineage, have pride in your self-worth. You have worth, and understand that only person you have to prove something to is yourself. And your children and your heritage and lineage. We have to get off of that. Well, they want me to. Don't worry about what they want you to do in this. Be the best that you can be. Grow to the highest height that you can grow to, and you will be recognized. They have no choice, because we're in a society that's about economics and money. If you can make them money, they don't care if you're green, purple, or whatever. So we've got to get over that. Hey, the light skin, the Joe Lynch thing, Mark, we've talked about.
Exactly.
Willie Lynch. I'm sorry, Joe Lynch was my high school basketball coach. See, I'm flashing that. But
I was wondering how that got in
right. But Willie, separate the old from the young. The disrespect. The light skin from the dark skin.
And the thing is, we're in a pandemic now. We were talking about that earlier, Ms. Broden. Everybody's pretty much at home. Matter of fact, the governor just put another stay-at-home order through for 3 weeks. Now is the time to start thinking, what is my family lineage?
Right.
I'm telling everybody out there, get this book just to get an idea of how you can go through the task of learning who you are. Because, that's what the Roots piece was all about. Alex Haley, he wanted to find out who, and it was the stories told over the eons and the centuries that caught back up to him like, this is who I am.
Yes.
And we are somebody.
We are somebody. As a good saying goes, we are somebody. And we have to do that. We have to get over all of that, because we all find ourselves, it'd be like light skin, dark skin, good hair, bad hair. I ain't never seen no bad hair in my life. I wish I had some hair. What I would do.
Now, I know we were talking during the break, Ms. Broden, you had mentioned you wanted to ask him. Now, what you wanted to ask him about the piece? I know you were talking about, you got a lot going on. You got the website. Let the people know about the website and some other things. So just get the word out about how they can find out more about
the book.
Okay, you can go to, the book is available on Amazon. It's cataloged in Barnes & Noble, which I do a lot of book signings.
And the title again?
The title is No Time to Hate, Lexius Henson's Journal of Enlightenment. No Time to Hate. And it's available at my website, which is craigrush.us, CRAIGRUSH.us. And also, we have the T-shirts that's available as well. We hold it up because I have a special going on now where you can get the paperback book and this real nice quality T-shirt for $25 right now, which is an incredible price for it. And it's about more so about the message. Of course, I would love just to make millions and millions. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't, but the book is doing quite well. But the point is, it's about the message, everybody. It's about enlightenment. That's why it's called the Journal of Enlightenment. You read this book, it's going to wake you up. It may make you mad. It may make you cry. It's your classic best-selling movie, book, or whatever, because it's going to provoke you to think. Almost all of the reviews that I get, and from some of the greatest minds that have reviewed it, first thing that comes out their mouth is wow. It's just that's what you're gonna say is just wow. It's a good read. So go to the website. That's where you can get an autographed copy, and that's at craigrush.us, or you can go to any online website. It's not available on audiobook yet. We're working on that. That's going to be shortly. It's in the Detroit Public Library, a few other libraries around the metro area, so those that just wanted, all you have to do is request it if they don't have it at that branch. So if you don't want to or can't buy one, go to the library. It's there.
All right. Well, folks, we on Roku, Fire Stick. Just want to say thank you once again, Brother R.J. Watkins. It's a beautiful studio.
Yes,
we love WHPR TV 33. And, folks, you can always pull up Miss Broden's feedback anytime you feel like watching a feedback show. Go to the HPR website. Go ahead and download the app, WHPR TV 33. WTV 33. I'm telling you, you download that app, you can watch all the shows from WHPR. Beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And
absolutely.
This is a time not to hate. It's
No
Thanksgiving,
time to hate. No time to hate.
Yes.
Family.
Yes.
They say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and because it's almost Thanksgiving, and people will have some thoughts about that, and how they appreciate the family that they have. And in the meantime, if you got a good recipe for a turkey, call in and share it with us. It's the time people do sweet potato pie.
Indeed.
Yams.
Indeed.
Oh, do I have a recipe for the turkey?
Well, we want you to share that with us. But first, let me say this. Sweet potatoes and yams are not the same thing. Yams are from Africa. Yams are from Africa. Sweet potatoes grow here, and not that yams can't, but they originated in South America. Now, tell us about this recipe of yours.
Oh, this is the one because my great grandfather was a cook, and owned his restaurant, and he was a saucier such as I am, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but I've been here forever, so I claim Michigan is home, but I chose to wear my Cleveland Browns hat today.
Yes, indeed.
But because they're winning, and you have on the color our shirt too. So, but anyway. Oh, and not to mention the best sauce in the world from Cleveland, Ohio, and best ribs. But but anyway, that's where the International Rib Cook-Off is every year.
Really? Okay, cool.
But this is how you cook the turkey. It's gonna sound like botulism in the making, but it's not. You season your turkey like you normally would. This is on the grill. Now this is going on the grill. Oh my goodness, you may not do a traditional ever again, or you would do both. I see you're already frowning like on the grill. Are you serious?
The grill's not that big. I'm thinking this 25-pound turkey for it. Okay. The whole turkey, or you cut him up?
No, the whole turkey.
Okay, the whole turkey. Okay,
you
go
season it up, basting it up, put your butter in the inside or margarine that you're using, all your seasonings, your garlic, and whatever your taste is for that. And you pack the inside, and then you do the same as well on the outside.
Now, how long will it cook on the grill?
On the grill, for every pound, 10 minutes for every 5 pounds, 10 minutes.
That's all?
That's all. If you have a good fire, that's like 375, 350 to 425 on the grill. But I usually let mine go until the breast just breaks and the meat just start falling off. But the thing is, you take that, then you wrap it in foil after you season it, and then you put it in a pan, you know, with the foil as well. And then every 10 minutes, get your baster, take those juices out, open it a little bit, and then season around it, you know, baste it, close it back up, and just sit and wait. I mean, you'll know when it's done because the breast will literally, it'll break.
Oh,
and then you
split up.
Oh my God! The first time I did it, my family, it was like the Little Rascals. Don't eat the oatmeal. They were all like, "No." He put and you use Miracle Whip. The key ingredient that I forgot is that you base it with the Miracle Whip. That's where it sounds like the botulism's coming in.
Not the Miracle
Yeah,
Whip.
the Miracle Whip.
goodness.
You base it. That's the key.
Wait a minute, you base it. Okay, now,
so
do you rub the Miracle Whip on it
all
before you
on it.
wrap it in the foil?
Yes, yes, that's the key. One of the key ingredients. I almost
so
forgot.
salad dressing, not mayonnaise.
No,
Salad dressing.
use the Miracle Whip.
Oh, okay.
And you just lay it on there real heavy.
Indeed. Well, hey, I just want to say for Thanksgiving, folks, Miss Broughton, she always looking out for the community and definitely look out for Detroit. A friend of mine named Victoria Dennis, she makes jewelry. Miss Broughton, it just so happened that this blue stone represents peace. And you got on the blue today.
That's right.
I'm going to present Miss Broughton with this necklace here so she can wear it sometime. It's a beautiful blue necklace.
That is.
Beautiful stone.
That is.
Victoria Dennis, just want to say thank you, sister. I picked up a few of her stones, and I said, well, which one represent peace? Because Miss Broughton always in the show with the peace. And I'm going to tell y'all, and we talk about peace, beautiful. And that's what it's about. Because we don't want no foolishness, folks. We want love. And,
yes.
And love is what beats peace out. And
that's right.
And that's when you say no time for racism, because you can beat this thing. And I'm telling y'all, folks, we on the air, we doing things. We got Brother Rush down here. Trying to get this little hooky. I got these old big old hands. Brother Rush, help me out. Did I get it for me, brother? Because I'm telling you, folks, it's a beautiful thing. We'll do anything. I'm telling you, we live down here. We got Timmy Tim, the engineer, in the booth holding it down, and the cameras and everything tight. And I just want to say thank you for everybody out here. I know we had a couple of calls we were supposed to get to y'all. And Timmy Tim said we didn't burn up the whole time talking and having Mr. Rush. But I just want to say thank you for everything. Miss Broughton asked me to come down this year and be a co-host, and it's beautiful. We were supposed to have a pastor on today, but he couldn't make it down, and everything is well. But I'm going to make sure that somebody, if you call before this last 5 minutes, get in now, get you one of these T-shirts. Are you tired of racism? Or the no time to hate? You just tell me which one you want. So we better make it quick. If not, Miss Broughton, of course, is going to get one of these Are You Tired of Racism T-shirts and Hood Research.
Yes.
You got to join.
Absolutely. And I want to let you know that each Saturday, we start at an afternoon with Hood Research. Starting at 2 o'clock, we go until 6 p.m. And it was because people would call and they would say they were mad, they were bored. I'm like, well, what are you mad and bored about? I can't go out. The governor shut this down, shut that down. I can't go to the bowling alley. I can't go to the movie. I can't go to the bar, you know. I'm like, okay. Oh, ooh. You said, wow, did you hear all that? But when we started getting calls from people who said they were depressed, suffering from anxiety, not socializing, we started thinking about that and decided to have each Saturday at 2 p.m. an afternoon with Hood Research. You don't have to leave your home. You don't have to get out of your easy chair. You don't even have to get out of bed. You can go in the backyard, wherever, at your house. Take your phone, and 99% of the people in the country have a telephone. And you will call 1-978-990-5000. The number again is 1-978-990-5000. Yeah, cable takes a couple seconds and it answers, and then you press in the access code on your phone, which is 338729, and you press the pound key. Some people call it tic-tac-toe sign. Some people call it the hashtag. Whatever you call it, press it. The access code again is 338729 pound. And you hear a conversation. And then you join in the conversation and share whatever information you want to share with us, ask questions, listen to those presenters that are on with us. We had, after the election, the Saturday after the election, we had a comedian on with us. And
oh, yeah, Brother Bill Hill.
Yeah, that was really fun. We needed to just relax and exhale after all of that. And then once he was finished, I said, okay, everybody, somebody has a joke. All of you, each one of you have a joke. So then the people on the call started sharing their jokes with us. Oh, man. But it was a lot of fun. And each Saturday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., you're invited to an afternoon with Hood Research. In the meantime, every Monday, right here at WHPR, WHBS, 9 a.m. until 10:30. And we definitely would like you to join Hood Research. The annual membership is $20. The telephone number for Hood Research is area code 248-234-2371. Again, it's area code 248-234-2371. And if you're on a computer, you can Google Hood Research. It comes right up. We have a website, we have Facebook, and we have Twitter. And there are a lot of people who follow us on Twitter. They share their information, their questions, their news, etc. That's Facebook and Twitter and the website. And we meet every Saturday. Just remember that and join in to.
Indeed. And we write down to Timmy. Tim said we got 2 minutes, and I'd just like to say, folks, the call is 4 hours, so from 2 to 6. That don't mean you got to be on for 4 hours, but you never know. I mean, Bob Law, Claude Anderson.
Yes.
I mean, people that are out here that are like icons are on these phone calls. Get in on them. You never know. We're going to have Brother Craig Rush be in on one of these phone calls because I'm telling you, they fun. You meet a lot of different people, and everybody gets to participate.
That's right. And Big Mike from Cleveland comes on the call with us, too.
Okay.
So we had Judge Marilyn Atkins. We've had a lot of people to join us. And there are some who come on and 2 o'clock, and about 3:15, they get off the call. They go to the store, buy groceries or whatever, the gas station. They come back and come back on the call again.
Indeed.
So it is an enjoyable time on Saturday afternoon. And by 2, most folks have finished washing clothes or whatever it is, they are planning to do around the house. So we want you to do the same. But remember, Thursday.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thanksgiving. And make sure that you call your family members. You can even have a conference call with your family members for Thanksgiving, you know? And that in itself is a family reunion. So enjoy yourself, be safe, wear your mask, and call us on Saturday and meet us right here next Monday at 9 a.m. Peace. Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.